Hello everybody, I'm Kat, and today I'm sharing with you my favorite books and honorable mentions of 2017. Now, these are in order of how I read them because for me it's really hard to stack rank books. There's really truly only one true favorite I have, and I will let you guys know what that book is, but the order that I put them in is how I read them from January to December. The first book I have here is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, which you guys have heard me talk about a lot on my channel. I still have not read Gemina, but you know what? I'm gonna work on that in 2018. But I love this book so much. If you don't already know, this book follows this boy and this girl, and right as they break up, their planet gets bombed. And it's crazy and really good. It looks really big and intimidating, but it's told in like mixed media and like text messages and stuff. You'll fly through it really quickly, trust me. The next book is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I actually have a full review on this book, so if you want to check that out, that will be linked down below and up on the screen so you can check that out. I really enjoyed this book. This book follows this girl named Scarlett and her younger sister Tella, and they get invited to this game called Caraval, and it's like an interactive carnival. And the night that they arrive, Tella gets taken, and it's up to Scarlett to find Tella. And that is the goal of this year's Caraval, is whoever can find Tella first gets granted one wish. It was different, and I'm so excited for the sequel to come out. I'm more composed with my thoughts in my review, so if you want to hear more of my in-depth thoughts, definitely check out that review because it's me screaming what for most of it. It's pretty funny. The next book I have here is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I love this book, and for the longest time it was my favorite book of this year, but it's no longer anymore. It's been topped. If you have not picked up this book, you should, because there's a movie coming out in March based off of this book. It's called Love, Simon, and it looks so cute. Now, this book follows a 16-year-old boy named Simon who's not openly gay. The only person that knows is this mysterious person that he's been emailing back and forth with. One day somebody finds out that he's been emailing this person. The person that finds out decides to blackmail Simon for it, and it's so cute. But please read it if you have not because it's so good. And I'm also really excited for the like companion sequel that's coming out called Leah on the Offbeat. I love Leah. She was probably like my favorite character in this whole novel. I have a full review talking about Simon, and that will be linked down below and on the screen if you want to hear my thoughts. Next I have Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, which a lot of people probably have. Ooh, this book is heavy. A lot of people have on their favorites list this year. It was pretty slow, not gonna lie, but it really speeds up later on, and pretty soon you close the book and you're like, wow, when's book 3 coming out again? It was really good, and I loved it, and I love the characters in it. I'm so excited for Queen of Air and Darkness, which is coming out next December. Next, I have here Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia, which is my favorite book of 2017, hands down. No book has topped this. I read this back in July. It's still kept with me since then. It's such an important book, and I love it so much. And if you have not picked it up, please do, because it's fantastic. It kind of has a slowish beginning, but it gets really good, I promise you. This book follows this girl named Eliza. She creates her own webcomic series online, and it blows up. She has millions of followers, and it's like crazy. One day, the biggest fan fiction writer of her webcomic moves to her school. They get to know each other and they become friends. But then one day something happens to Eliza, and that may jeopardize her newfound friendship with this boy. It's the best book I've read this year, and probably one of my favorite books of all time. Next, I have Sailor Moon Volume 12. I started it last summer for Booktubeathon 2016, and I finished it for Booktubeathon 2017, and man, what a ride. This volume is one of my favorites in the series, if not my favorite. It gave me all the feels, and I loved it so much. So normally with series, I only put like the sequel to it if I enjoyed the sequel more than the first book, but I feel like it's necessary that with this duology, I had to put both books in because they both blew me away. You've heard me talk a lot about this duology on my channel. I don't think I really need to say anything. I just need to show you. I love August Flynn so much. He is my favorite character in this whole duology. Kate really grew on me in our dark duet. This duology was just fantastic, and I highly recommend it. So now it's time for the honorable mention portion of this video. video. Once again, these honorable mentions are put in the order of how I read them. So the first one I have here is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I was not expecting to love this book as much as I do, but wow, man, like, wow. I really went into it thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna think it's meh, you know, but I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I did. I ended up really liking this book. Next, I have No Good Deed by Goldie Moldavsky. As you guys probably know, Kill the Boy Band, which was Goldie's first novel, was on my favorites of 2016 list. I didn't like this book as much as I liked Kill the Boy Band, but I still really enjoyed it. It was so addicting, and I just remember I stayed up all night one night and I just read it. Like, I finished this book in 2 days. It was crazy. This story was very addicting and I really liked Gregor. Next I have here Alex and Eliza by Melissa de la Cruz. This is a YA retelling of Alexander Hamilton and Elizabeth Schuyler's relationship, like the first few years. It was really cute and really sweet. If you've listened to Hamilton, then you already know the characters. It really read like a contemporary to me. I really enjoyed it. Next I have Looking for Alaska by John Green. Now, I have mentioned this before, but this is not my favorite John Green book. That one is still Paper Towns. I still really enjoyed this book. I read this book for Booktubeathon, and I just remember, you know, staying up late trying to like finish it because it was just so intense. And I remember reading it on a car ride because like I couldn't put it down. I just had to know what happened. And the last book I'm going to mention in my honorable mentions is Paper Girls Volume 1. I've already talked about this book a lot recently on my channel because I just recently read it, and this comic has been compared to Stranger Things, and it should be. It really should be. It's strange but good, and it's just really good, and I really need to continue on with this series. I still have to read volumes 2 and 3. Alright, so now that you've heard me say the same thing over and over again for each of these books, this video is now over. And that is it for this video. Let me know down below some of your favorite books of 2017 because I'd love to know. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos every Thursday, and I'll see you in the next one.